welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be using all of these lovely colours here and doing a flower accent nail and using some chrome. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is the inspiration photo that my client asked me to do for her. So yeah, let's get into the video. So first we've got our 4 tips here, and I'm starting off with Fairy Glow NU023, I believe it is. And I'm going to put this in the first tip. Now this particular design I did on a client first, and then when I did it I thought, wow, this is really good. I'm going to do this one for my YouTube viewers. So I have already done this design for a client, and it was so effective. I thought, right, I've got to do it. So I'm just going to put this on first, and as always we do 2 coats of every colour. This is the first coat. And then when you're happy, pop it in the lamp. And we're going to give it a wipe, and I think we're going with coat number 2. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty happy to not be doing Christmas nails anymore. No more reds, no more red glitter, no more snowflakes. Don't get me wrong, I love that time of the year, when the time, you know, at the time when it happens, but by the time you finish doing all your Christmas nails on that last Christmas week, it's a nightmare. And you get fed up of seeing red. So this is really nice, refreshing change to see this set here. So just even that out and then pop that in the lamp. And this time we've got my gel, which is Gold Digger. One you can get on Amazon quite easily, actually. I think it's a Miley. Is it a Miley colour? Is that how you say it? I'm not quite sure. So it's quite a nice pigmented gold glitter. So use generous amounts, and then again, you know, 2 coats. In it goes. I think one of the good things about this set is that you could wear it any time, really. I don't think it's season specific, apart from I probably wouldn't have it for Christmas, but other than that you could pretty much have this design at any point in the year. Well, I think you can anyway. If you don't think so, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be sure to check them out. So I've got my palette here, and I've got some more of that gold that's going on there, the gold glitter. So I'm just putting a nice amount on there. And when I'm ready, I'm faffing, I've got my Magpie detailer brush. There we go. So we're going to pick up some of that. And we're just going to be painting like a swoosh line, sort of like from top to middle of the nail, almost to the bottom. I mean, in hindsight, probably what I should have done is just painted the whole thing nude first, and then gone over this with gold after. That's probably what I should have done, but I didn't. So here it is. But you know, never mind. Sometimes when you look back at these things, you're like, what the hell did I do it that way for? What a numpty. But anyway, we carry on, don't we? In it goes. Now, is this coat number 2, or are we going for the nudie? Nope, coat number 2. Yeah, should have gone nude first. Nude base first and then done that over the top, but never mind. In it goes. And we should now, oh, we're wiping. And now we are using our nudie gel, Beetles 270. It's not like a pink nude, it's more like a stone grey nude colour. So we're just butting that up to the line. If you're not great at doing that, you could probably just use a detailer brush, just for where the two colours meet, and then use the bigger brush afterwards. I've got too much polish there, so I've got to try and take some of that off and even it out. So you can go in now with your detailer brush and just fix up any mess, really. Just neaten that line up. And then pop that in the lamp. And that's also going to need another coat. Again, neaten up the line, and then when you're happy, pop it in. In it goes. Next, we're taking our top coat, our matte top coat. Make sure that you've got nice coverage, because if you don't get all of the edges with matte, then once it's cured you'll see shiny bits poking through. So just make sure that you've got all that covered. And then we're taking the isopropyl alcohol and giving that a really good wipe. Make sure it's completely clean, because this is really important for this chrome part. So I've got this Nail Perfect Full Design Gel, which is like a really thick black gel, which I can use for chroming. So I've got my Magpie detailer. So I'm going to draw a line with this. Now you can have the line as thick or as thin as you want. I think I faffed a little bit with this, but once I'd got down the foundation that I was happy with, then I went back over it and refined the line. And the reason I'm using this black is because you can see it better. Obviously you can use clear top coat, no white top coat, make sure it's non-white top coat so it doesn't have a tacky layer, but you can't see very well where you're painting and you can't get an accurate line. So like if it's a bit wobbly, then you wouldn't see it very well. That's why I tend to prefer to use this, so I can see exactly what I'm doing, and then I can neaten it up. Obviously you won't see the black, but also the black makes the chrome pop more. See how the line's got thicker now because I'm evening it out and fixing it up. So that's going to go in the lamp to cure now for 60 seconds. And then there it is. And now I've got my chrome powder here, and I have a little applicator brush. You only need a tiny bit on the end of your tip. It goes a long way, so you don't need much at all, just a tiny bit. And just try your best to just keep it on that line and give it a good rub. So now you can see it's coming up as a lovely like mirror shine. And then get a brush and dust off any excess. Now if you have got any excess on the tip, you can just get some isopropyl alcohol and wipe it off, or even like I'm doing here, this was just a brush that I just picked up, put some alcohol on and just cleaned up the tip to get off that excess chrome. That's done. Next we've got Blue Sky 5A49, which is a nice milky white. I always struggle with milky because it's not like highly pigmented. I'm always faffing with it because it's patchy, but it's meant to be patchy, isn't it? Because you know it's milky white. But yeah. It goes in, and we've given that a wipe with isopropyl alcohol, and we're going in with coat number 2. There's a fuzz in there. And it goes. And then we're going to give that a wipe. And this time we're taking our mat again. Go over the whole nail. Again, making sure that you got complete coverage with that mat. In the lamp for 60 seconds. And it looks like I'm getting things ready while that's curing. Yep, I'm going to put these Beetles 270 on my palette. And Lavender Violets D141. And Lavender Violets D138 in Jet Black. I obviously need to get some more of that. So now that tip's out of the lamp, and I'm taking my Natalie Mugridge Detailer brush. And we're going to start by laying the foundations for the petals of the flower. So I'm just going to start by doing lines first, so that I'm happy with the placement of where the petals are going to go. And part of the reason why I have a matte base on things like this, and I'm doing a lot of detail, is because then your brush doesn't slip around on the shiny surface of the normal gel polish. Otherwise you tend to find that it does slide when you're doing designs. With that bit at the top, so just cleaning that up. So I'm starting to make the petal shape now, so going around each of them in a curve. And I do faff with this for a while, to be honest, because I'm not actually sure how big I want my petals at first. At first they're quite skinny petals, and I think by the end of it I make them a little bit bigger, so bear with me. I do faff. I don't think I needed to faff quite as much as I did on this, but the music will keep you company, and I'll just be quiet and let you watch me do this bit. Now I do keep going back over all of the petals and making them wider, and I just keep playing around with them until I'm happy, really. But bear with me, it does turn out well in the end. you know, this is real life. This is what happens when you're doing nail art. It doesn't always turn out 100% how you want it straight away. You know, you have to play around with these things. So that's why I keep this in. Like, I don't want to show people that it's super easy, because sometimes it's not, and sometimes it can be challenging. And sometimes you've got an idea in your head what you want to do, and once you start doing it, it changes, and that's okay. That's the beauty of nail art, I suppose, or any art, really. You know, you just go with it. Just go with what you feel. If you want wider petals, then make your petals wider. Finally, I think it's going to go in the lamp. There it is. We're going in for coat number 2 now, so we're just going to go over all of those petals and tidy them up if there's any bits that you're not quite keen on. And the lamp it goes. Here we go. Next we're going to be doing the petals at the top. So I have switched to one of the other colours now. It's so easy, guys, to do designs with this Natalie Mugridge detailer brush. That's one of my favourites. So that and my Magpie detailer, they're both, the Natalie Mugridge one's slightly longer, and the Magpie one is slightly shorter, but I love them both for different things. So I highly recommend it if you need some nail art brushes, either of those two. And then we're taking our black now on the brush. We've loaded the brush and we're just doing a little swipe. Make sure the brush is loaded evenly, otherwise like that you're going to end up like I did there, look, making a mess with blobs that you didn't want blobs, or blobs where you didn't want blobs, should I say. And then you end up with a thicker line than perhaps you might have wanted to do. So we're just drawing on some branches here. And then making them a little bit wider for the leafy effect. And just pulling that out to a point. And then I'm taking my dotting tool. Just some random tiny dots at the end there, some big, some small. And that's coming in the lamp. We'll give it a quick flash cure because we were happy with that. And next we're going to be doing the outline of the petals. Now this is a very abstract petal, so very abstracty lines. They don't need to be perfect because that's the whole point of this design. So very rough. Doesn't matter if you go inside the lines, outside of the colour. That is what we want with the design, so that's why it's very rough. This is in real time as well. This is not sped up. See how you got that line, part of it's thicker than the other part of the line, and that's fine. Some of these lines need to be thicker and thinner. And we're going to do the same with the top flower, or the top petals. And then we're going to flash that. And out it comes. And now we're going to go over and do another line. And we purposely want it to look like there's two lines, because that's the way the design is. Trust me, it works, and it's very effective. You can decide to go inside of the line or outside of the line, depending on how fat your petal is. That one I did it from both outside to make it fatten it up a bit. And again the same with this top petals. And then just a little line in there, just to add a bit of detail, a bit of definition. And then that goes in the lamp. And once it's out, we've got some more black on our brush, and we're going to do the middle stem from this flower. So just drawing some rough lines. What's it called? Is it the stamen? What's those bits called that hang out of a flower? I don't know. Let me know what it's called, if you know. Comment in below in the video. Now I'm taking my dotting tool and I'm picking up some of this gold, and I'm going to use that for the middle of the flower to bring it in line with the other nails in the design. And I'm going to use it as well for the little come on, what is it called? What are these bits called? Stamen? I don't think it is a stamen though, is it? But anyway, never mind. And that's going to go in the lamp to cure. And there we have it. We're going to give that a nice wipe. And we're going to top it off with some nice top coat, nice and shiny. I think it's shiny, or is it matte? No, I think it's shiny. Make sure we get a generous amount, especially if it's on a customer, because you don't want them to knock the design or scratch the design, because it looks actually more detailed than it actually is, isn't it? I think it's really effective. That's going in the lamp. And then we've got our chromey one here, which we now need to top coat, but be careful with chrome. and I'm just putting the chrome around, the top coat around it on the top and the bottom first, and then I'm going to float it over the chrome, because what I don't want to do is drag it through. If I drag it through, then the chrome will bleed and come down into the top coat on the other colours. So I do put the top coat on that as well, but I just don't drag it through. So I just do it separately like that, look. Very gently and very lightly, so as not to disturb it and scratch it. And then that goes in the lamp. So there it is, guys. I hope you like this set. I really loved it. Let me know what you think, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.